I'm super passionate about tending to energy and frequency and getting to the mental and emotional root causes of disease, whether it's health issues or other life issues. My goal for tonight is to guide you in a journey into your own body and just to clear some stress and maybe some other stuck emotions in these different organs and glands and tissues in the body that can hold stuck stress and stuck energy. And that can really negatively impact hormone balance. A dysregulated nervous system, like most people are living in a chronic state of stress or sympathetic overdrive, where it's just like the pedal is always on and there's not enough downtime. That that nervous system imbalance significantly impacts the all of the hormones. So we're going to be working on some of those hormonal endocrine system glands in the brain that can sort of shut down when we're in a chronic stress state or a PTSD kind of state. And we're going to bring energy there. And so I'm going to be teaching you, some of you may have experience with energy work already. And it's really energy work is just all you need is to bring your intention for healing and bring your awareness to these different parts of your body. Wherever you bring your awareness, the energy will flow. And when we have blockages, energy blockages in our bodies, the cells it can't function as well. So so we'll get started, and we're going to spend a lot of time on the adrenals because they are key, like Dr. Vicky talked about. And we're also going to bring some energy to those other pillars as well. So, as well as other places. So we'll be working on organs, glands, and some different tissues. It doesn't matter if you don't know what that part of the body looks like inside of you. Um, I'm going to be guiding you in terms of the anatomical location to bring your awareness to. So that's all that matters. So don't worry about not knowing what the pineal gland looks like or the thyroid. Just follow my lead. So we're going to start by getting grounded. Whenever you're doing energy work, it's important to be grounded, to be centered, and to feel your connection to your, I call the true self, your true essence, your higher self and soul and source. So that's where the healing comes from. And all we need to do is have the intention to reconnect. And that can take a split second. So let's just bring your awareness into your body and slowing down the breath. Bringing awareness to those parts that are making contact with either the floor or a chair. And just noticing. And acknowledging and thanking the earth, Mother Earth, below our feet for grounding our energy, for sending up those beautiful ions to clear and ground us and to hold us throughout this energy healing session. And then just bringing your awareness up into your heart, taking a few breaths into the chest area, centering your energy. And then with your mind's eye, with your eyes closed, just visualizing beautiful diamond light coming down the crown of your head and just sparkling, coming down into the brain, down the neck, the throat, the shoulders, the upper chest, down the arms to your hands, seeing that energy, that universal life force energy, source energy, coming down into your body. We're constantly getting this life force energy flowing through us, but when we're stressed, we can sort of disconnect from it and not feel it. So now we're consciously connecting to that energy that's always available to us for healing and for feeling safe and balanced. So keep seeing that light coming down into the upper belly. And this is front and back, sides, lower belly, pelvis, and down your legs to your feet. And seeing that light anchoring into the center of the earth, the core of the earth, where that Mother Earth energy is. And just witness yourself as the bridge between the source, creator, God, universe energy, and Mother Earth. We're all anchoring in this beautiful healing energy into the earth right now. This is supportive for not just us as individuals, but the whole collective. The more that we consciously act as pillars of light, which we all are. So now bringing your awareness into your adrenals, which look like these cute little hats at the top of your kidneys. In the mid back, there's one on each side. So bringing your awareness into the mid back. We're saying hi to those adrenals that work so hard for us, and they really can get overwhelmed with fear and stress. And they normally have this beautiful figure eight motility, like dancing in a figure eight motion. And when we're stuck in stress or shock or fear, they freeze. And at the end of this, I usually see that people's adrenals are dancing again. So all of our organs and glands are dancing and singing. All we need to do is tune into them. So we're going to be holding the adrenals throughout the entire journey, even when we go to other parts of the body. Just remember that connection to the adrenals when I get you to focus on other parts. We're focusing on bringing more harmony and a feeling of wholeness and to help the whole system function as a whole. When we experience chronic stress or traumas, it creates a separation consciousness in our physical body and in our mind. So we're trying to bring in unity consciousness and reconnect all these parts of our body to work together again. So bringing your awareness to, it's called the xiphoid process. It's just this little piece of cartilage below your breastbone, your sternum, which is right in the lower chest and the upper abdomen. So bringing your awareness into that front part, lower chest, upper abdomen. So this is where we start to bring reconnection and free up the adrenals and start to get them moving again. Okay, and then up to the pineal gland. So right in just in the middle of the brain, bringing your awareness into the middle of the brain, sort of with your mind's eye. It's more of bringing the energy there. You don't have to be seeing anything. Just bringing your awareness up into the middle of the brain. The pineal gland is very important for feeling that connection to our higher self, soul, and source. It's the master gland receptor for that healing energy. And unfortunately, it's really impacted by radiation, by aluminum, by pesticides, Wi-Fi, fluoride. So we're going to all intend today that we're bringing some healing energy to clear any of those sort of interferences on your pineal gland, to make you more available for healing. And just do a little check-in on your adrenals again. We're trying to kind of open up those highways of connection between these organs and glands and your adrenals. So I like to see it as like these pathways of light that sort of get awoken. So keeping your awareness on the middle part of the brain, we're bringing energy to the pituitary gland. It's just a little bit in front of the pineal gland, but all that matters is that you're focusing on that middle part of the brain. The pituitary sends signals to the adrenals, to the thyroid, to the reproductive organs. It's a really important piece of our hormone balance, and it tends to shut down a little bit when there's a lot of stress. So we're clearing the stress. We're saying hello. We're allowing it to be seen and heard. If there's any emotions that come up that surface when you are connecting with these parts of your body, just allow yourself to be with the emotion, dive into it, and it'll clear within 90 seconds. Just thank your body for allowing some stuck energy to surface. Then we're going to go up to the hypothalamus, just above the pituitary gland. I kind of see this part as like the queen. She's in charge. She sends the messages down to the pituitary, and then the pituitary sends the messages to all those other organs. So, and hypothalamus also can shut down with a lot of stress or stuck trauma in the system. So we're just saying hi to the hypothalamus and allowing some energy, stuck energy, to move there. And just remembering those little adrenals and their connection to the hypothalamus and the pituitary. It's called the HPA axis. Then going down to the thyroid, just in the front of your throat. So just bringing your awareness there. If you want to bring your hand on any of these parts of the body, we all have healing energy coming out of our hands, whether we've had training or not. You're welcome to bring a hand or two to these parts. It's to support the increase in flow. As Dr. Vicky said, this is one of the pillars of hormone balance. We have a lot of difficulty expressing ourselves, our truth, standing up for ourselves. It can create a lot of energy blocks in this part. We can reclaim our power from these sorts of beliefs. We don't have to stay stuck in these sort of patterns that keep our energy blocked and impact our health. And you're doing it right now just by bringing your awareness to your thyroid. Then just again, checking in with your adrenals, seeing that path of light between your thyroid and adrenals opening up. Then we're holding space for the parathyroid glands. They're just these tiny little dots behind behind each thyroid gland. So keep your awareness where you had it. They're important in vitamin D and calcium metabolism. And then down to the thymus. So just below the throat and just below the kind of the clavicle area in the upper chest. You can place your hand there. Say hi to your thymus. The thymus can respond quite well to tapping over it as well. It can help wake it up. It's a big part of our immune system. Our nervous system and immune system are very closely tied, just like our nervous system and our hormonal system are very closely linked. The body is working all together as a whole. Nothing is separate, even though the medical system acts like it is. Okay, and then down to the heart, the organ of the heart in your left lower chest. You can place your hand over there if you like. We can tend to hold a lot of heartbreak in this part of the body, grief, sadness, sorrow. Bringing your awareness to those adrenals again, connecting the heart up with the adrenals, showing them how to be friends again, how to dance and sing together harmoniously. The adrenals are pumping out lots of stress hormones. That heart has to work a lot harder. Let's just give them a moment to just feel the peace and calm. We can create this feeling of safety, of trust and peace whenever we want. Those energies are always available to us. It's who we are on our true essence. So now bringing your awareness down to the womb area, or for men, the prostate, which would just be below your bladder. So bringing your awareness into the pelvis. And for the woman, we're going to include the fallopian tubes, the ovaries. So we're bringing in that pillar of the sex hormones. So just seeing that whole womb. And if you don't have a womb at this point, it's been taken out, it's okay. You still have the energy of the womb is still there. You still have that energy center of the sacral chakra there. Just bring your awareness into that pelvic bowl. Seeing it light up. As women, I see a lot of women, and I've also done this, just pushing a lot of emotions down into our womb. So now we're giving our womb a chance to transmute some of that, like grief or even guilt or shame, any birth trauma or sexual trauma is stored here. When we have trauma, we tend to disconnect from those parts of us. And a part of healing that trauma is bringing our awareness back into those parts of the body and bringing safety back into those parts just with our intention. And seeing that pathway of light between the adrenals and the womb or the prostate, reconnecting these parts of our bodies. Now we're going to move to our liver, which is in the right upper abdomen, in your lower right rib cage, if you want to put your hand there. And the liver is quite congested with all the toxins that it's trying to clear on a regular basis. It can also lead to some hormonal imbalances. So just bringing love to the liver. It can tend to hold a lot of anger, repressed anger and rage, which I commonly see in women with hormonal imbalances, especially hot flashes. So there's nothing wrong with feeling anger or rage. We just want to come back to learn to be with it and process it, feel it, and allow it to move on so it's not clogging up the liver. So bringing love and peace into that part of the body. Saying hi to those adrenals again. Seeing the light between the liver and the adrenals light up. Now we'll go over to the spleen, which is in the left upper abdomen, beneath your left lower rib cage. It's really cleaning up the blood. So for any of our other organs or glands to function well, we need a well-functioning spleen that can clean up the blood. It's also a part of our immune system. Now we're going to head to one of those other pillars, one of the four pillars, the pancreas, which is secretes insulin. So the health of the pancreas is important for blood sugar levels to be in healthy balance, and also digestive enzymes too. So the pancreas is in the upper part of your belly, very close to the stomach, right in the middle. So kind of between your spleen and your liver. We can push a lot of grief into our pancreas. And coming back to those adrenals. And then the kidneys, in that mid back, the ones that are holding your adrenals. They can hold a lot of fear and even resentment that's not been processed. Now seeing the kidneys and the adrenals energetically reconnecting, remembering that they're on a team and that they're singing and dancing together. We can get so caught up in day-to-day tasks that it's easy for us to forget to have fun sometimes, and sometimes our organs and glands sort of start to take that on too. So just let them have some fun, let them get loose a little bit, loosen up. And now coming up to this area right between your eyes, just above the bridge of your nose. And I want you to breathe between the adrenal glands and this area, just breathing up and then exhaling it back down into the adrenals. We're going to be clearing some stress in the deep front line, which is a deep fascia, line of fascia in the core of our body that holds some pretty deep shock, stress, emotion. So this can bring a lot of relaxation into the system. So just breathing between this part and your adrenals. A few more breaths. And then placing your hands over the occiput. So just behind your head, right where the neck and the scalp meet. And again, breathing between your adrenals and the occiput. Releasing the tension. Breathing into the occiput. A lot of people are quite tight and tense there. Allow some spaciousness to come in, some relaxation. Now the deep front line runs all the way down the spine and to the front of the thighs. So bringing your awareness to the front of your thighs, just breathing into those thighs. Then following it down to the foot, the inside, the arch of your foot on the inside. That deep front line goes all the way to the big toe. So just holding space, kind of breathing energy into the arch of the foot and the big toe. Now coming up to the sacrum, which is a bone in your pelvis. So just kind of behind the womb, the very base of the spine. last place we're going to focus on is clearing that pathway between either the womb or the prostate and the thyroid. So these energy centers of creative expression, our creative energy is in our womb, the energy center of the womb, and it's expressed through the throat chakra where our thyroid is. So just you can put your hand over your throat and one over the womb or the lower pelvis, and just breathing between these two parts, up the spine into the throat, and then back down into the womb or the prostate. Just a few more breaths like that. Okay, beautiful. And let's just check in with those adrenals. Bring a few more breaths to them. And just bringing your awareness into your breath, into the parts of your body, making contact with the table or the bed or the chair, the floor. And opening your eyes whenever you're ready.
And we're doing this because you matter.